Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia, and in today's webinar, we're going to see how to work with our documents, with our contracts, additional documents, and how to upload our signatures. Thank you for all of you for being here. Okay, the first thing you have to know when you need to work with REIFax is that if you're going to send offers, you need to upload your own contracts. REIFax does not provide the actual documents. The documents that you need is a PDF file of a blank contract. For Florida, the most common one used is the FAR as is. So you need to get hold of a blank PDF of this file. For those of you that are mentor students from DREA or BREA, that are two of the associations we work with, you already have contracts uploaded into your system. However, if you are not from BREA or DREA, you do have to get hold of your own contracts. So how do we do? You have to go to Settings on the left side of your screen, and in the second tab, the first tab would be Assistant Account, and the second tab would be Documents. Here in Documents is where you upload your contracts. What you need to do is go here, click on Add Documents, and that will take you to the files in your computer where you should have already your blank PDF file. So this is the contract. Let's look for the one that I want to look. I'm going to upload, as I said, the FAR as is. This is a disclosure that tells me that, asks me if I'm authorized to use this contract. I just say agreed, and that will upload my contract. It takes a little bit because it's a big file. It's 13 pages, more or less. Once the document is actually uploaded, I need to go into the actual document and start making the additions so that the system knows where to add the information that I need. How do I do this? I just open the document, clicking on it, and it opens this new window. In this new window, first of all, I give a name to the contract. If I want to change the name here, I can change the name. For example, the name has to be with what you're going to use the contract with for the type of negotiation. For example, I can upload the same base contract, the same PDF, and edit it in a way depending on the negotiation that I'm going to do. For example, if I'm going to do an offer on a home owner property or in a short sale or a Fannie Mae, I can, especially in the additional terms, I would have different additional terms, so I can upload the same PDF and do and add the different descriptions in the additional terms. I'll show you how to do that. In this case, I'm going to just put webinar test. Next thing I have to do is fill in my information as a buyer, if I'm going to buy under my name or under my company's name. If I'm going to buy under my name, I just fill in my name here and the address, mailing address. And leave it as active. If I sometimes buy under my name and sometimes under my company's name, then since I have two spaces here to do it, I can put my company's name on this side. That way I'm able to switch from one to another depending on the contract that I'm sending at any given moment. So I would just deactivate this one and activate this one if I'm going to use my company name at any certain moment. I can just leave one of them as default. I'm going to leave my name as default. The next thing you have to fill in is the additional information, acceptance date, closing days, and inspection days. I'm going to put here 15. This information will be taken by the system to fill out the actual contract. That's why you need to put it here. I'm going to put 30 and inspection days. I'm going to put 15 also. If you're going to send additional documents with your contract, like the lead-based paint disclosure or your proof of funds or EMD, or if it's a short sale, the short sale addendum, you would have to upload those additional documents here. When we finish with the contract, I'll show you how to do that. Right now, I'm going to click on Edit Contract, and that will take me to the actual PDF so we can start adding the variables that I'm talking about. What are the variables? They're just little codes that the system has so that you have to put in place so that when you're sending a contract, the system will be able to fill in the information according to the property that you're sending and sending the offer to. Like I told you, this is the FARBAR as is blank contract, and it has these fields that have to be filled in. How do I fill in those fields? I have a set of variables on this side, and I'll show you what those variables are. Acceptance date, attorney's address, bedrooms, bathrooms, borrower closing date, contact phone, deposit, folio number, square footage, last date, listing number, owner's name, owner's zip code, representative address, today's date. So what I do is look for the one that I need. In this case, I need to fill in the seller's name. That would be the owner, who's the seller. So I'll look for the variable for owner's name here. And that will place this little green box that's a little code that will tell the system that here is where I want the owner's name to go. Then I have to put buyer's name. This is somewhat of a tedious task that you have to do, but you only have to do it once. Once you do it the first time, the contract will be there and you can use it 100 times without even have to look at it again. So yes, it is a bit tedious the first time, but it's only a one-time thing. So let's look for seller's name. And anyways, there's also a little shortcut that I'll show you when we finish here. And that way you go line by line and see whatever you need to fill in. Street, city, and zip code. Those are three separate variables, and I don't want to, since each property will have a different address, a different city. So if I put the variables side by side, they could overlap once the system pulls the information and puts it in. So if I would put, let's say, address, property address, and next to it, I put property zip code. They could overlap. So in order for not have them overlap, I have to put them in another way. There's another way to put them, not one by one, but here I have another option to add text. With the add text, I can add several variables, or I can add specific text that is not included in the variables. Let me show you first how to add several variables. So here I need property address, property address, then put a comma and a space and put property city, a comma and a space, and property zip code. This way the system will not overlap them because it will be able to separate them accordingly. Click on add and drag it into the exact place where I want it. Then keep going, locate it in. This is the county. I look for property county. And that way I keep scrolling down. Here I have the escrow agent. This is my title company. Let's put escrow agent, offer price. This is my offer. Offer. If I'm going to do an initial deposit, I put the variable for initial deposit. And then balance to close. If you use the correct variables, the math will be automatically done by the system. Balance to close. So if I put my offer here, my initial deposit, and the system will automatically subtract my initial deposit from my offer price and put here in balance to close the balance. That way I go page by page, and I go to the next page and fill in whatever I need to fill in here. The little boxes can also be checked. I have 3 different options. I have a solid dot, or I have a kind of a bullseye, or a check mark. I just click on the place where I want it and then look for it. Click in the place and then check on it. And then I might have to move it a little bit. Again, you go to the next page and fill in whatever you need to fill in here. Let's go to the page where we put page 12, where I have the additional terms that I was talking to you about. B, there is no variable. This is something that you need to fill in depending on what you want as additional terms. Usually the additional terms would be the allowance of actually visiting the property, or what title company is going to close, what the title company is that will close the deal, allowing the visit to the property, anything that you want to put as additional terms, of course, will not be something that you'll find in the regular variables, something that you have to type in. So just click on place and click here and add text and actually type in, let's put by seller. Seller agrees to allow access to property with previous notice. This add text does not have, even though I did click there on the return and it did return, at the moment of actually adding the test, it does not recognize those returns. So you actually have to add line by line. Click on add, and here I have my first additional term. I can go in and add another one. Closing agent will be, you can mix text with variables. The closing agent will be escrow agent. Escrow agent. Add and put it here. Then we'll go to the last page and add my signatures. If you need to know how to upload your signatures, just go to the help section in the system and watch a little video that is there that will show you how to add your signatures to the system. Once you upload in there, they will be in this drop down. So you just select your signature or your initials and put them in place. Drag it here. You can reduce it so it does not cover the writing out here. And date, today's date. If I use the variable today's date, that will put the date of the day you are actually sending the contract. That's why you use today's date. Every page has to have the initials. Okay, this is how you fill in the contract. Go page by page. I'm going to delete these things I just put in because I want to show you a little shortcut. If you're going to actually use the far bar as is, the system already has a built-in template manager, and we provide you with a general template that might be of use. So let me show you how to use it. Let's go back to the first page and delete the variables that we put here on the first page. Just click on it and then in the waste paper basket and delete. And now I'll show you the little trick. Well, it's not actually a trick. It's just a tool that we provide for you to make it easier. Here in the last icon is the Manage Templates. What is this? The Manage Template, the template is actually the variables that are placed in any given document. You can create your own templates and then apply it to any document that you upload, whether it's a contract, whether it's an additional document like a proof of funds or EMD or the lead-based paint disclosure or whatever. How do they work? Here in any of your accounts, you'll have the REIFax General. The REIFax General is actually this as is contract filled in. So I'm going to look for that one and show you how it works. Click here, click in the drop down, look for the one that I'm talking about. This is the REIFax General. Click on it and click on Apply. See, it actually filled in everything on its own. And see what happened here? It's actually some of them are a little bit moved. It could be that the actual PDF where it was created was a little bit larger or a little bit wider, and they do not fit exactly in this place. And I would have to take the time and actually move them around a little bit and put them exactly in its place. But they are all there, so it's a lot less work than just adding each one. It's just moving around a little bit. So this is just a little help for you. Go to the next page and check in whatever it's in here. There's nothing here. You should read your contract and see if you need to fill in or check any of the boxes. This page doesn't have any. This one doesn't either, but again, just read it, and depending on how you work, what you're going to do, you need to, if you need to fill anything else, go ahead and fill it in. Once you have everything as exactly as you want it, let's go to the additional terms and look at them. This is the last page where I have my signature, today's date. Let's see the additional terms. Well, this one doesn't actually have, this is a lead-based paint. This one doesn't have additional documents. Let's say I applied this general template and I do need to add some additional terms. So I just come here and add my additional terms. Add additional term 1. And what I can do is, now that I have it exactly like I want it with the actual document that I do have, I can save it now. I can come in here, click on Add New, and create this one as my general. My general. Give it a name so I know what it is, and click on OK. That will create my own template and save it in my template manager. So next time I upload this same document, I just go into the Manage Templates, look for it, and apply it. Let's and apply that one. My general template for today. That way, let's say you want to upload the same contract with another name to put in other type of additional terms. All you have to do is upload your contract, click on General and Manage Template, look for your new template, the one that you created, apply it, and you're set to go. Just do the minor changes that you want, and then you're set to go. You don't have to do anything else. Once you have everything like you want in your contract, all you have to do is save it, or actually just close it. Closing the box will save any changes that you made. Each contract will need to have its own additional documents. Let's say you upload 3 different contracts set up in 3 different ways. Each one needs to have its own additional documents. That is, if you're going to send lead-based paint, proof of funds, EMD, each one has to have it on its own. Even if it's the same exact document, you have to upload it for each contract. I'll show you why. So let me show you how to upload it in this case. I just come here, click here and add in the additional document section. And again, that will take me to the files in my computer where I look for the document that I want. Let's upload a proof of funds. I just select it from here, click on open, click on agree that I do have permission to use that specific document. That will place it here. And once it's placed there, I have to decide whether I want this document to go out every time I send this contract, or if I want to be able to just check it whenever I do want to send it. If I check this first box, by default, it will go out every time I send the contract. If I leave it unchecked, I'll have to check it when I'm actually sending the contract. What I do need to do is tell the system what kind of document this is. This is a proof of funds, so I need to tell the system that this is a proof of fund. I just check the P here. So I have the E for EMD, earnest money deposit, the P for proof of funds, and the A for additional. That is, any addendum or additional document like the lead-based paint addendum or the Fannie Mae addendum or any other additional document that you actually want to send with the contract. So this is a proof of funds. I don't want it to go out by default. I want to be able to select it, so I don't check this one, but I do check this one. And click and save. So now let's take a look at what this looks like. I'm going to go to my follow-up and just select a property to send document. I'm not going to actually send it. I'm just going to click on preview once I doing the sending to show you how it works. I'm clicking on send. I have my property. I have my offer price in place. It will not let me send documents unless I have an offer price here. Remember that we put the variable for offer, so if you do not have an offer, it won't be able to fill it in, so that's why it's required. In any case, you won't send an offer contract without an offer, so you do have to have the offer price here in this column, and from here is where the system will actually fill in that information. So I have my offer price. I just click on send document. That's the actual contract. That will take me to the document manager. Here I select if I have more than one contract uploaded into my system. As I said earlier, if you're a DREA mentor student, you'll have 7 different contracts here. If you're a BREA mentor student, you'll have 4 different contracts here. If you are not a mentor student from any of the associations, you will not have contracts preloaded until you personally upload them. We're here to help you. If you get your contract and you need any help uploading it, please give us a call, or remember, you have the live chat here. Just click on the blue bubble in the bottom left corner, and we'll be happy to answer you at any moment during work hours. If you're working after hours or on weekends, just leave your question there and we'll answer you as soon as we come in next day. Okay, so the system will automatically fill in the information as a buyer. Remember, that's something that we filled in when we uploaded the contract. It will fill in the agent's information and the initial deposit and additional deposit. This is something that you need to fill in. Remember that I told you to put acceptance date and closing date, the number 15 and 30. You can change it here, but it will take by default whatever you put in when we uploaded the contract. You can change the color of the font. I have it in blue. And you can change the size. Actually, you should leave it at 10 because if you make it bigger, it won't fit in these places. So just leave it at 10 unless you're doing something specific or another document that needs to have a larger font. But by default, this one should be 10. So all I have to do here is select the contract that I want to send. The additional document, if I want to actually send the proof of funds or the addendum or whatever other additional document, you have space to upload 4 different additional documents with your contract. In this case, I only uploaded the proof of fund. Let's say I do want to send it out with my contract in this time, so I check it here. And now I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to click on preview. If I click on send by email, I will actually be sending it right now, and I do not want to send that offer out. So I'm just going to click on preview to let you see the actual contract filled out. Let's wait for it to open. Sometimes you're not able to see it right away. It could be that you had your pop-ups blocked, so that's something that you would need to fix here in your browser. In this case, I do not have them blocked, but for some reason this is taking a bit long, so I'm going to go back and do it again. Okay, you see? The system filled in the information. I must have missed a variable there. It didn't put my name, so I would have to go back and check why that happened. But see, everything else is filled out. Like I told you, the system will actually make the math, do the math, and subtract my initial deposit from my offer price and put in the balance to close. It will put the dates for acceptance and for closing and everything else I put in. I didn't move my initials and all the pages. I should do that. So if I see the preview and I see things that I need to change, I can go back and click here and edit. When I click here and edit, what I'm going to edit is the actual template, original template, the base template. So that's why this little window pops up and it tells me that any change that I do will overwrite the base template. So if you do not, so if you do, so just for you to know that what you're going to change is the base template. So I just click on yes. And that will take me here to my base contract where I can make the changes. What I saw over there is that my name wasn't populating. Actually, I have my name here, so maybe let's see. Let's go to the next page. My initials are way off. Let's see why my name wasn't populating. It's here. I don't have my name here. Let's put save. If you needed to make any other change, just do it. And then if I click on preview, now my name should be there. See, now my name is there. That's what was missing. I didn't have my name there in Document Manager. So once you have your contract exactly like you want it, just go ahead and click on send email. Here you have, this is the cover email that will go out with your contract. We have a little default one that you can use. Or you can create your own templates. If you want to know how to create templates, there is in the help section of our system, you'll find little short tutorials on how to create email templates. Or you can just go ahead and type it in directly here. Remember that when you create templates for emails, you can also use the same variables that we had available for the contract you would have available for your email templates, so that if you actually select 10, 20, remember you can send up to 50 first offer contracts per day. You can select all 50 of them, and each one will be personalized with its own information for each one. Also, the mail the email, the cover email, is personalized if you use the variables. You see, this one has the agent's nickname. What is the agent's nickname? It's just that the system will take the first name. If it's Jeff Smith, it will only take Jeff and put hello Jeff, and the property's address and any other variable that you want to use. You can upload images, logos. Please go into our help section and watch those videos so you know how to upload images or whatever into your templates. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you how to upload your contracts, how to edit it, how to use the manage template in the edit contract section so you can use our preset one or create your own one. You can also overwrite them. Remember that you need to upload your signatures so that you are able to put your signatures on your contracts. So please go and watch those videos on how to upload your signature. And please do not hesitate to call us or open a chat whenever you need any help or have any quick questions. We'll try to help you as best as we can. And of course, you can schedule a coaching whenever you feel you need some additional help. So thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being part of our REIFax family, and just have a great day. Bye.